Good afternoon, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Indeed, you heard from Elias why Greece is a great destination. Now let's hear from someone who actually controls investment budgets, and Hewlett Packard is the latest in a line of actually quite distinguished foreign multinationals that have come to Greece. Michalis, tell me a little bit about why Hewlett Packard Enterprises chose Greece, from your perspective as a man on the ground perspective.
First of all, before coming directly to the question, Alkman, allow me to thank the organizers of this event because it's a very relevant event, so congratulations. And thank all the audience that it's impressive that joined us after the lunch. Congratulations to you as well.
To you.
So coming now to your question, yeah. Look, first of all, allow me to share what we did, because we are hearing about investments, and let me distinguish what is the difference of our investment versus the other very interesting and very relevant investments that have happened in Greece. Our investment is an investment of really an R&D department. It's a department that produces technology in Greece that then it is exported all over the world. So it's the third point in the globe that we have such an R&D department. The first two ones are the one in the US and the other one in India. So this is the third, and this is a unique opportunity for us to come, let's say, and promote the Greek talent, which is the first reason why
Greek talent.
Why we selected Greece. As you know, in this kind of investments, there is a very deep due diligence on several parameters. So I will refer the most important to the most important ones. The first is that the company identified that in Greece we have excellent human capital, which is the first and most critical factor in proceeding to the next steps. I don't know if this is known widely, but in some surveys, it has been identified that Greece sits between the countries with the best scientists, researchers in the high end. So if we come to the AI community, we cannot compete other high population countries. But when it comes to quality, then we can claim that we have, as the surveys show, the third place in Europe, practically after Germany and France, with such high quality researchers, the elite community, as they are called. Second reason why we proceeded into this decision is all this, let's say, environment that is changing dramatically. We see much more collaboration between the three main contributors when it comes to creation of ecosystems. First one is the academia and research community. I talked about this. Second is all the private sector companies dealing with innovation. Mm-hmm. And of course, the most critical one is the will of the state, is the will of the government to promote this kind of initiative. So we see a good level of collaboration being shaped in our days. Collaboration, yeah. Then, of course, when it comes to due diligence, you go to factors like cost effectiveness. Greece, in our case, seems to be a very relevant, let's say, place because it sits between US and India. We are not the same chip like India, but we are not that expensive like America, and we have the human capital, so why not? The strategic location of the country. I believe that we're sitting in the cross of the three continents, and young people, which is the engine behind this kind of investments, would love to come and work in Greece. Of course, we are, let's say, addressing the message first to our people, to our young Greek people, staying in Greece, promoting their talents here. But of course, we are open, let's say, to synergies with other communities internationally. Government support, I mentioned this already. We see that there is a real will of the government to support this kind of initiatives. And of course, as we are moving to the future, we see that the infrastructure and the conditions that are necessary in order, let's say, to have an operational environment that is optimized for this kind of work is in place or it is in progress.
So I see that there are, as Elias also outlined, 6 real factors in Greece, right? There is the human talent, the collaboration between academia, government, and private sector, the cost attractiveness, the strategic location, government support, and infrastructure, which is improving consistently. Question now, what can Greece do better if we want to attract more firms like Hewlett Packard Enterprise?
Many things, and imagination is the only limit that we can cross. We noticed that during the first months of the pandemic, we realized an impressive acceleration of things around the digital transformation of the country, and we have advanced many things. We have seen the state giving digital services to citizens. We have seen companies accelerating their investments, mainly the bigger ones, and now this should come, let's say, down to the basis of the pyramid of the national economy, to the smaller companies. So we noticed that many things started happening, but we started late the game. We started very late, and still, although we have advanced many things, we are sitting between the two, let's say, last positions in the DES index. Of course, this is not the only thing showing, because my personal belief is that when we are in a position to show this kind of tools like the MyGov, it is of a higher, let's say, importance.
Now using artificial intelligence.
Exactly. So digital transformation is a constant need, and we should keep, let's say, putting the step on the gas.
Can I interrupt something?
Of course.
Υπάρχει αυτή η νοοτροπία. I'm going to switch to Greek because of the word I like. Do you get a sense that there is a sense that the digital transformation has to be embraced, that people are doing that?
I think that starting from the citizens, people like not going to long queues. So I believe that starting from the citizens' point of view, for the simplest things, and then going higher to the industry, to the state administration, to the organizations interacting with people or businesses, I believe that nobody has a right to say no now. And this is understood because all the future is about, let's say, shaping a digital economy. The ones that will be there will be the ones that will have a better position compared to others that are not digitally matured.
So obviously Greece has to progress with that.
A second big need for the future is to keep an eye on building and maintaining the right skills. Skills we create in our universities, skills that we promote in our companies should be relevant. And these digital skills were not there. They will be there, and we should keep the focus on the STEM segment, science, technology, engineering, and maths. But I would say that with the advance of the artificial intelligence, it is of equal importance to position also other kind of science that will prove equally important, like humanitarian sciences. So the machines should be accompanied by the human brain so that we create the best outcome. Increased support of research in research and development. We heard many things about this, and it is a very good signal for all the companies when they see the state, when they see the government to invest in this, there is a reflection and there is an acceleration behind this kind of signals coming from the companies themselves. We need to streamline the regulatory environment. We need to keep our national agenda relevant. So our agenda at the national level should be not only AI, but also sustainable and green. So these are things that have a reflection to the global community. We should help, and for me this is one of the most important things. We have brilliant minds, we have brilliant ideas, we have brilliant startups. Where could be, let's say, the devil in the next step? in the absence of funding, in the absence of financing, so that these good ideas can scale and be relevant at a global scale so that they can show a commercial opportunity for the owners. And I believe that the government there can, let's say, put a special attention. Close to this is the necessary innovation and entrepreneurship culture we should cultivate. And this starts from the universities and then goes to the ecosystems and this goes to the companies and to the new, let's say, players coming from all this young community. And of course, I would leave the last to Elias, but since he mentioned it in a different way, I reflect what he said. The government, the state should keep promoting what is happening in Greece. There are really good things happening, and this should be known to the whole world.
Thank you. Okay. I see there is some work for the government to do, but I guess it's a collective effort for all of us. It's our job as well, I might add. Then in the time that we have left, let me ask you, Greece has this potential. It is, of course, a small country, great location, very smart human talent, a remarkable percentage of top-flight engineers are of Greek descent and education. But the truth is, it is a small country. Where can Greece fit in the global innovation map? What's our specialty? What are our strong suits? What's the industries that we can sort of be at the front end, the leading edge of here?
Since we are in this particular event, I would start with something that I didn't think, but during my presence, during the event, it came up on my mind. We are discussing about, let's say, the chips industry and the possibility of introducing, let's say, some processes related to chips, let's say, to the whole chips chain. Where could we see Greece having a competitive advantage? Personally, I believe that we have a competitive advantage in identifying raw material in the country. I believe that we have the resources. And of course, we have the brilliant minds that can start designing. Can we be equally competitive in manufacturing chips? Maybe in some years, but I cannot see the relevance right now, and it will take some time. And if we have to take such a national decision, things have to be happen. But there are things that can happen now, right now. Things that are similar to what has happened with all these companies that decided to invest in Greece, because Greece has a competitive advantage, starting from the brilliant young guys we have, and they can help promote the software development, the AI development, the machine learning development, all this stuff. So this is an open industry, a very competitive industry, because there are other nations, other countries that can equally contribute to this game. But I believe that we should keep the focus in this kind of hubs that promote the ICT mentality and innovation. And then I would go directly to certain vertical factors. Since we're a company that we have a very good degree of specialization in the hospitality industry because of, let's say, our engagement coming from the intelligent edge that can create experiences for the guests, I would say that the hospitality industry, which happens to be a factor which at national level contributes something between 20 to 25%, it's a bigger portion, is a sector, a vertical sector that can very quickly absorb the advantages coming from the advances in technology. Mm-hmm. Close to this, I would put anything related to culture. For me, culture and hospitality should stay very close to each other, because this is the best, allow me the expression, product we have to promote for the moment. Mm-hmm. I hope that in the future this will change, and some other factor, a sector like the ICT sector will represent a biggest part, but for the moment, this is something very interesting to be protected and promoted, and technology here and the digital maturity of the country can help the hospitality industry to fly. The agricultural technology, we are a country where agriculture is a main, let's say, it's one of the main sectors. Again, we have seen efforts in introducing this kind of technology advances into the industry. renewable energy and sustainability, healthcare and biotechnology, fintech and digital banking. There are lots of things, but I see also Alina, and we should respect the time.
I know you wanted to mention shipping as well.
Shipping.
Indeed. So we leverage our potentials that we have. Indeed, this is a very good segue. That concludes our time for now, but our next panel is indeed about developing the innovation ecosystem in Greece and encouraging entrepreneurship. So this is a fantastic way to lead into the next panel. I wanted to thank you very much, Michalis, for joining us, and thank you everyone for listening. Thank you.
Thank you.